Um, Good evening, YouTubers, and welcome to another review of a movie I've just finished watching. And wow, and the movie is Case 39. As you can see, the reason why I'm not talking because I can't talk too loud. I hate this, but sometimes. Anyway, look, you can see I'm wearing my bandana. I'm wearing this from. The only problem is it's got like things dangling from it, so it gets into my eyes sometimes. Drives me nuts. And this film stars Renée Zellweger, Ian McKay, Ian McCain, Machine, whatever his name is, who was on Lovejoy, the TV series, good actor, and Bradley Cooper, is he? And this film surprised me. I'll get to that in a bit. Renée Zellweger stars in this. It's like a supernatural thriller, right? And she plays a social worker who's been decided to look after who's decided to go into this case of this kid called Lilith Sullivan, who has a mysterious past. She thinks that this she lives with these parents, right, who she thinks that are abusing her or do nasty things to her. She says to her she's they want her dead and she's going to hell and stuff like that, and she thinks these parents are abusing her, right? So Lilith phones her up in the middle of the night, phones Finger's character, social Renée Zellweger's character, and she goes to the house, and what the parents do is they put her in like an oven ready to burn her alive, right? So she goes to the house with a friend of hers she knows, and they break in the house, and they go in the house, and they stop the parents from killing the kid in it, and you think the parents are a bit nuts. Now you could when you watch the movie, you understand why the parents did what they did, because I thought it was a spider there hiding on my flag. When you watch the film, you understand why the parents did what they did. I mean, I was like, okay, I understand that. That would drive me nuts afterwards, to be honest. If I was looking after the kid and something about the kid, it doesn't quite make sense, So something isn't quite right with her, but you can't put your finger on it. And you think, but certain parts you do think the parents are a little bit abusive, but then you find out why, they just, anyway, so she tries to get she gets the right to look after the kid, right, and to live with her, the young girl called Sullivan, it's Lilith, whatever her name is, or Lily, whatever. And things are fine at the beginning, she's a nice kid and everything, but then one of her friends, social worker friend Bradley Cooper's character, he can like talk to her and ask her what she's afraid of. But then she starts saying weird shit, like real weird stuff, like she kind of manipulates the situation. She twists it on its head and turns it back at the character, and starts saying quite nasty things to him. And he's like, that's right. First of all, she asks him what he's afraid of, and then she kind of uses that, against him later on in the movie. And then after he comes out, talks to the woman in it, and Zelly. What's the name? What's the character's name? Emily, right? Emily's character, and he says that he felt threatened by her. So it isn't quite. I don't want to go to the ruined storyline, but wow, I'm trying to think what year this is. This is I'm trying to see what year it is. Let's see what year it is. This film. I can't think. Is it 2009, 2008? What? Can't be 2000. Yeah, it can't be 2003. Can't be that far back. No way. 2010. It could be 2010. I don't know. She was great in it, by the way. Anyway, she looks after this kid, and then I tell you, when I was watching, I was thinking to myself, I bet she regrets looking after her after that. I think, wow, whoa, crazy. Let's just say the kid isn't quite as innocent as she seems. You know, there's one part where she tries to get through this door, right, and she's banging on it, right, having like a tantrum. You know, how many kids have tantrums at brats, you know, but this kid actually, if you piss her off, that's it. There's one part where she's banging on the door, man. She's literally whacking the door, and the door's like, you know, you can hear this, you can see the door kind of like dinted in, like, you know. It seems to make me, you know, some parts of the movie that made me jump. Yeah, phew. The Hornet scene is pretty cool because I'll tell you this part, right? The guy, the Bradley Cooper's character, he tells her about being scared of hornets, right? Well, then he's sitting down, right, and he picks up the phone, right, because someone's phoning, all right, and phoning him, right. The next minute, you can hear something in his ear like a buzzing sound. Next minute, he's like looking in the mirror. Next minute, he pulls out his like hornet. It's like massive hornet. It's massive. It's huge. And next minute, there's loads of them. Like, and the next minute, I won't tell you what happened to his character, but wow. She like makes it look like suicide. There's one part where this kid kills his parents. That's pretty screwed up, and he's wondering why the hell did he do what he did, because he didn't know what's going on. Then Zellweger's character Emily, she starts to get a little bit suspicious of the kid in the movie, the Lily, whatever her name is. But wow, what a mover! Wow, that was wow. I'm glad I watched it tonight, to be honest, guys, people, boys and girls. What else? What's his name? Ian McShane, the guy in Lovejoy. He's a bit like he's a bit skeptical of what she tells at first, because she's like, oh, you know, it's just a scared little girl, you know. But later on, you know, so it happens to his character. So it happens to his character later on. I was like, wow, poor guy. The girl in it who plays Lilith, she's great, you know, really good actress, really scary. Manipulation to the extreme, you know, because she uses kind of like this. She thinks a character kind of like can read people's minds and stuff like that, what she's thinking, because she's like one step ahead of every time in the movie. So I don't know. I won't say what she is. I don't know what. To be honest, they didn't really explain too much of what she is, but yeah, it's a heart-stopping thriller, and I can see why it's chiller thriller rolled into one, kind of horror too, rolled into one, because at the end you kind of see what she is, but it's quite freaky actually. I was like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? You know. The finale is great, by the way, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I was like, oh, that's more like that's a good ending. That was. I think that ended pretty well. Because sometimes when films end, they sometimes end with like kind of like where, you know, something happens and you think, why, you know. But this film has a good ending to it, I think. Scary moments in it. The girl in it is like, she's really creepy, and she kind of acts all kind of like innocent at certain parts. There's one part she tries to grab out of this classroom or something, like, and then she's like, oh, she's just stressed and stuff like that. And she's just pissed off. And this part with the elevator, right? She keeps repeating herself over and over again. You know, fast, you know, and next minute the elevator starts going down like, woof. It's almost like she uses hallucinations against a victim sometimes, because sometimes they'll snap out of it and go, what the hell was that? But yeah. I think she's a demon, I don't know. It's a good film now. I was like, wow. I want to talk about this film more, but I can't. The film's like 1 hour 49 minutes, so it's a good long movie too. I don't mind long films that are with hot stopping action or thriller or chiller horror. I don't mind that at all. So there we are. I'll show the cover one more time. So, sorry guys. Like I said, I did enjoy this film. Great thriller, chiller horror film. And Bradley Cooper's great in it. The effects are good in it. I love the effects. We see the Hornets. I think this is 2010 actually. I'm not sure. I thought it was a lot longer than that. Decent acted in it. Pretty decent acted, I'll say. She's great in it. That's actually one of the best films I've seen her in, actually. Sometimes she's in these comedies, and they don't do it for me, these comedies, what she's in. and the kid's like, you know, manipulation, using manipulation. The scene when she starts like asking questions to the Bradley Cooper's character, it's pretty, you know, she's like, I'm surprised he never actually, I'm surprised he never lost his temper there, the way she talks to him. I was like, Jesus Christ. She really kind of insults him actually in a way. She kind of like treats him like it's like the tables are turned. She acts like the adult, and then he's kind of like, you know, it's like she turns the tables on it, the questions and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's directed by Christian Alva. Did a great job. Really, really interesting movie. Like I said, she's, you know, I think when you watch the movie, you think, you know, when the film keeps getting on, when the kid lives with the girl, the woman in it, and then you start to think, you know, now I can see why the parents wanted to kill her, because the parents who tried to kill her, you know, one of them like is like seeing who actually is getting burned or so like that. It's like she's having hallucinations of getting burnt or something. It's weird. So the kid kind of uses that against them, you know. But the dad in it, who she kind of like she tells Emily's character how to get rid of her. Because there's one part where what happens? There's a woman in it who tells that they find her new parents to live with, but Thingy's character thinks Emily's character is kind of like, says I'm not so sure about, because then if she lives with them, it's going to start all over again, the trouble and stuff like. So he tells her to either, you know, you have to kill her, you know. So yeah. Now I understand it, you know, I understand it at first, because at first I thought, oh, we're going to save this girl, but then next minute you think, now I see why. You know, I'm not going to tell too much about the film, because then I might ruin it, but wow. So if I had to give a rating out this, an out of 10, this is actually an easy choice to give a rating out. I'll give you a clue what I'm going to give it. I'm going to do this. Not 3. Yeah. Out of 10, I give it that. Not that. That. So I give this film a 9 out of 10. Really good thriller, chiller, horror. It's kind of a horror, thriller, and a chiller rolled into one. But I think it's more of a thriller, supernatural thriller. It's a supernatural thriller, but yeah. So I give it a 9 out of 10. Man, hands up, I admit I did enjoy this film. Creepy as hell, really good storyline. The kid is creepy as hell in it. And yeah, 9 out of 10 for that, like I said. Give it that. 9 out of 10. And yeah, really enjoyed it. Case 39. The film's for Case 39. Check it out, guys. You'll like it. It's really good. It's actually one of the, like I said, it's one of the best films she's been in. She's in comedies and stuff, but I think she's really good in thrillers too. She's been in films in the past, but I don't think I've seen that many films that she's ever done. I've seen a film called Bridget Jones' Diary, the first one. I wasn't really keen on that. My mum liked it, but I wasn't really keen on it. What was it, that one? What was the other one? I'm sure it was that one. Oh, I think it was that one. Oh. Anyway, so yeah, 9 out of 10 for that, guys. So anyway, guys, like I said, I loved it, enjoyed it, fantastic, awesome. So yeah. Anyway, guys, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Like I said, watch this film, loved it, enjoyed it. I keep saying I loved it, but I loved it. Thumbs up for that. Exceptionally good supernatural thriller. Really well put together. And the last part was just great. I enjoyed it. I thought, wow, that's what she looks like. So yeah. Anyway, follow me out, guys. Take care, guys. I better get going. I've got stuff to do. Gonna watch some EastEnders for it. Enjoy the video, guys. What do you think of that film? Comments at the bottom. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. Bye, guys. Enjoy the video. Bonjour.